I done seen my mama stressing, but she always told me had to struggle for your blessings. Word. I don't take L's, I just take it as a lesson. So what you hearing now, just the making of a legend. That's right. Tell God I got some questions. The weapon that I carry, it ain't only for protection. Looking in the mirror, but I can't see my reflection. What you hearing now is the making of a legend. Showtime, baby.
Welcome to the Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host, Shampoo, a.k.a. Big Shampoo.
It's your boy Slider Guy, no lie.
And of course, Big Shook Midnight. How y'all doing today, bro?
All right.
Good.
Anybody do anything interesting this weekend? You know,
I don't know.
Anybody go out of town?
Nah, I wasn't out of town. I went to a party. I ain't go out of town. Like, not exactly. Like, I went to Virginia. That's not exactly
Well, it depends what part.
Was in the W
Springfield.
Springfield?
Yeah,
that's train accessible.
Yeah.
That's train accessible.
You
can get around.
You DMV.
It's still the DMV. Right.
You got transit in the area.
Anything interesting happened at the party?
Nah, it was real. Like, it was another LS party, but it was like I was real live chilling. Most I did there was suck a titty.
Oh, okay. Like, you ever be just chilling at a party and suck a titty?
I never had just a titty pop out at a party.
Nah, that doesn't happen.
That
never happens while I'm just chilling. If I suck a titty at a party, I'm on it. I'm on
usually
it.
Turn.
I'm usually I'm on something, but he was chilling and sucked the titty. Party way better than mine.
Well, I mean, I was sitting there talking shit to her. She was walking around naked. I was sitting there talking shit to her, and then she was
just chilling.
Like, put her titty in my face.
She just chilling. She walking around naked. That's considered just chilling too.
Yeah, she just chilling, huh?
I mean, she was
like, was she entertainment?
No, it was just a party. Like,
okay. See, yeah, usually
she was one of several people walking around naked.
This just does not happen at the parties I go to unless there's a young lady stripping, but she was getting dollars thrown.
And then usually it's a private party if she doing the freaky shit.
I don't think you sucking on the titty out in the middle of the floor.
She might.
Me, I celebrated my birthday on the 22nd. I went golfing. I went to brunch. My first time having brunch. It was fun. You know, I try to live like I'm in my 30s, golfing and brunch, you know.
Don't wait for your 30s to go to brunch, my nigga. Like, that shit, like, brunch is fun.
Well, first of all, nobody ever invited me to brunch, so there's that.
See, but I feel like brunch is more for the type of 30, I feel like that's more of a, because you always plan. I feel like young people, we just get drunk. We just get drunk and just eat. That wasn't called brunch. Just get drunk and
like
to pass out.
It depends. Hold on, it depends. I've had Saturday nights where I ain't make it in the house, and we went out to eat breakfast on Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's different.
Was that brunch?
Nah.
That was
trying to
waking up and getting dressed for it. Now I haven't done that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, that's
a little different.
They ordered from the brunch menu when they had the mimosas. Like, we came here to eat. Like, God damn, I need to eat is what I usually do.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm dying from the night before, you know?
Right,
I've done that. If that's brunch, then I'm a brunch master. I'm a brunch master, nigga. But getting dressed and getting up in the morning.
Specifically for this.
Yeah, all right. We going to go here. We done made reservations.
Oh, okay.
Like
No. That's brunch. That's
brunch.
You made reservations. That's brunch.
Yeah. I did that. I did that. We could see the water. We wasn't right there. We was inside. We could see the water through the windows.
Okay.
But it was water. We went out VA. We went out VA. I was what's that? Alexandria.
Okay.
DMV-ish.
Yes, a little bit transit stop a little bit different.
DMV-ish.
Depending on what party.
That's Commonwealth type shit.
I don't want to say the name. I don't want to promote no brand.
But they don't want to white bitch your brunch rap.
Yeah, they was okay. It was okay.
I ain't even drinking them, but I'm not promote this here. We ain't even got our regular sponsor. I want to promote somebody else.
I know, Go ahead and cover that up. But yeah. How about you, man? You do anything past weekend?
None too exciting. Like,
anything this upcoming weekend or week?
Well, shit, I did. I brought me a car.
Bought you a car? Okay.
I brought me a car. I'm tired of buying cars, though.
Baller problems.
Once every 6 months.
Every 6 months, bro.
You tired of buying cars?
Being a rapper is hard.
I don't keep along. They don't make it till Christmas again or my birthday again. I get a new car every time.
Hey, you know.
I mean,
got me this last year for Christmas. Now I want this.
I aspire to have those kind of problems where I was just tired of buying cars.
Like, oh my goodness, it's time to buy another car.
It's time to buy another one.
I like the one I got now though. It's more touchy.
You know what I'm saying?
It won't touch it.
You got like more buttons, touch screen and shit.
Touch screen. It's a smarter car.
Feel more like a Batmobile.
Nigga, I didn't fuck around and let the steering wheel on. I got the text, got to get the sturdy joint on it, so I just text the nigga.
Oh, so your shit just kind of like autocorrect.
Yeah. You got a Tesla?
Nah, that's
Right?
I just got a lane correction.
Nigga got a baby Tesla.
Say, nah, chill out, bro. Move on.
I read out for my motherfucking leg right there. Was,
Hey, that's gonna help when you lit. You letting your motherfucker start to get lanes. That
Nah,
motherfucker.
it depends, though. You might get to fighting with the Jane. Nah, nigga, I won't be in 2 lanes, bitch.
I fuck around, had to cut it off because you cannot switch the lanes while the joint on without hitting the blinker. So you try to do it real fast, they go, but I'm like, bitch, it's me driving now. It's me, let go.
You get to fight the
Punch the
steering
steering
Let me over.
I'm trying to get over this.
Let me over.
You can't get too close to the nigga that ain't break by itself.
That's my exit.
I don't know. Technology, why niggas don't like technology. Technology,
I just want to go home.
So now you gonna go where I want you to
What
go.
if your blinkers broke? You can't even get to the goddamn it. I just want to get over.
Gotta drive straight forever.
Where you going? I don't know,
Off the
bro.
ramp.
I don't know.
But I be in the right lane, you going straight off the ramp. Boom. Boom.
Man, stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, you know, my 30,
Nigga,
30, I
end up in
guess.
Egypt.
My
How you know you
30,
can
30.
drive here?
Dirty 30.
Dirty
Dirty 30.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
What you gonna do for that?
shit. Nothing. I have no clue. I already bought myself the car, so. But I can't-
That was your gift.
that wasn't the
I
gift
ain't get
wanted.
myself a gift yet.
It wasn't the gift you wanted.
I ain't
Oh,
get
yeah,
myself
It
a
was the gift you
yet.
needed.
I think I'm gonna get myself.
That's what it was. It wasn't the gift you wanted. It was the gift you
It
needed.
was the gift I needed.
Sometimes, what's the gift that you wanted? Did the gift you need?
I'm still waiting. I
Hold on.
might do something.
Did the gift you need take away from the gift you wanted?
Yeah.
That's life. And I feel like that's symbolic because the older you get, the more that's gonna happen.
No bullshit. I want this, but I need this.
Life gonna do that to you. So,
Okay, but yeah.
all right, we're gonna jump into the poll question. First poll question is: are you afraid of death or dying? 63% said yes. 37% said no. We start in the middle. I was like, yes. My reasoning for yes would be things like saying it's my son. I don't want to die yet, cause like he young. I feel like he need a father. He need his father, and not necessarily like a replacement father figure.
All right,
You know,
can I ask you a question though?
What's happening?
So if you was the rich people, you know, rich, would it matter if you was any richer? Would that change your answer? Because you could have the stability to take care of someone if you pass, even no matter what you were.
nah, it's not
You
about.
want to be involved.
It's not about money.
You want to be
My father died when I was 3, so it was like I know the effects of that exact situation of the father dying. You know, it got a lasting effect even into adulthood. You know, I don't really think you ever gonna be okay with your parent dying realistically, but having a life with them is different from them dying when you were young and all you got is like imagination.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
feel you.
saying?
What
that,
moments you could put in your head type
like
shit?
that shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit has an effect on people mentally, and me personally, as someone whose father died when I was young, I don't want to miss out on my son's life, because it's things, it's moments I wish I'd have had my father there for, you know what I'm saying? Plenty of them. Even still, you know, being grown, you know what I'm saying? Like, me having a son, I would have loved for my father to see me have a son, but you know, like I said, certain shit I didn't get, I don't want him to miss out on the same shit, you know?
Gotcha.
Me, from my perspective, nah, just to the aspect I kind of been through some life changing shits, and I was like, man, if God wanted to took me out, he took me out, you know what I mean? So my whole scared of death thing, I really had like some experiences, you know. So it's like, damn, if he wanted me gone, I'd be gone. So I try not to be scared.
Alright,
of it,
so
you
when
know?
you had your experiences, right? Like, what was the thought in your mind? You was like,
No.
alright,
I got like the scenario shit. I could even add the scenarios up. It's like first time it happened, I was like, oh shit, thank God I didn't die. Second time shit happened, I was like, okay, gotta fucking living a little bit reckless. Then the
Yeah, that's
third,
why I was gonna ask you, did it change how you live?
hell
Like,
yeah.
Right.
some people when they have near-death experiences,
It didn't
they
take-
take it
it didn't take-
differently.
I didn't-
They
I
feel
didn't
like,
do the
all right, I'm
whole-
about to live on the edge even more.
No, I didn't do the
'Cause I got a second chance.
I didn't do the whole 180. I didn't do the whole 180. I didn't go, I'm never doing this again. Nah, it was just like, all right, maybe we need to just,
Slow it down a bit.
accept life a little bit better and start appreciating a little bit shit and just realize you could have been gone. You know what I'm saying?
You did a smooth 90. It wasn't the whole
Yeah,
180. It was a smooth 90.
You know what I mean?
Now I done had experiences where I almost didn't make it, but I feel like they kind of make me want to be around longer because it's just like.
Man, I swear to God, I ain't think I want to live past 20 something.
Because it wasn't. Because the thing about it, coming from where we from, sometimes that's not realistic.
I
for a
swear, I
nigga.
mean, I think I was gonna make it past
It's
20
not
something.
realistic. Like I had one time, my grandmother told me you're gonna end up like your father. You're gonna end up in jail. She told me shit like that. But I mean, I did get locked up one time, but I mean, not quite to the extent like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like almost having close experiences, and then now looking back, it was like since them experiences, I done so much that I done missed out on. I had, you know what I'm saying? You had bad times, but you got your good times. I feel like you got to let the good outweigh the bad, because
That's your choice, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, when I say I'm afraid to die, I don't walk around like you say, like
With the fear of dying.
With the fear of dying, I just don't want it to be a thing, because I don't think a lot of people walk out their house and be like, today probably be my last day. You got some people that's paranoid with the fear if they might got something,
nigga, when
like situations going on.
But I can say that too, like when it didn't change me. So like I said, third time, my life was about to change. I was like, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't want to do this no more. Maybe I should stay the fuck in the house. Maybe I became fucking utterly depressed.
I've been paranoid before though, because it was just like, it seemed like it was a lot of shit happening around me, like in close proximity, to the point where I was like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like maybe this shit's just a sign. Like I've been outside, like say I was outside, like I mean I had, like I don't really come out. I ain't never really come outside when it get cold outside. But one particular day it was warm, like in the winter it was a warm day. I'm outside, you know what I'm saying? I don't usually be outside in this weather, so it was just a surprise because it was warm. I went outside, come in the house, one of my peoples got shot or whatever. So it was just like, in any other normal circumstances, I'd have stayed outside longer. But something this day told me just go in the house. You know what I'm saying? And it fully wasn't meant for him. So who's to say
You wouldn't be standing
I'd
beside
have
him.
been with the nigga?
Yeah.
It wasn't meant for him. You know what I'm saying? He just ran the wrong way, I guess, according to the shot. Cause niggas scattered, and nigga got hit. But I'm saying that it ain't shit ain't got no name. But something told me to go in the house, so I wouldn't really say. I don't really know if it's paranoid. I mean, but something not. But it was just something about me because actually it was other shit happening. There's other shit happening though.
The
So maybe I
universe
feel like I was
spoke to
just
you.
maybe I was just cautious. But like, but I feel like sometimes I don't really. I think with certain individuals, it's not even personal. Like motherfuckers just go separate ways. It's like I used to be in different circumstances, different environments per se. So, like, I definitely was not afraid of dying being in those environments because I was increasing my chances.
It was
Close to
pretty
the
much
death
a
more
part-
than anything.
It was a part of life at that
I
point.
was increasing my chances
Yeah,
at that
close to
point.
death
You know
more
what
than
I'm saying?
anything.
I was increasing my chances. So, but it just as I got older, you know what I'm saying, you kind of realize you got more to live for as you see people around you going. And you kind of realize you got more to live for.
That kind of changed after you have something you want. You have something you be like, you have that drive, that goal. For me, I ain't gonna make it past 20. So when I had a kid at 19 and shit, I was like, oh shit, this is gotta be where God slowed me down, because you don't care about nobody. You don't have no emotions. You don't
Nigga
give
had
a
a
fuck.
kid at 19. I had a kid at 29. Well,
God
to be
was-
determined.
Well, shit. Let me not wait till fucking 39.
Let's go through a 10-year
To
trend.
be determined.
Gotta keep the trend going for the culture.
I mean, if you do, you're gonna have to work out. You're gonna have to be in shape.
I just heard this woman had a baby at 42, but now I want to get back to
But
shit.
I'm saying to keep up with your little toddler, because you're gonna have to run around.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to
man,
run around.
run
You're gonna have to
with
run
them
around with them little motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I about to say no, but
See, you got a son that's old enough to run around with that little motherfucker for you. They may not feel like it.
But he not the responsible. I'm not
yet.
saying I'm responsible.
He ain't at a responsible age.
I'm not
He
saying
ain't at
I'm
a responsible age. What about you? What's your answer for the question? You afraid to death or dying?
At the current time, yes.
Yes.
Now,
Any particular reasons?
In the long term, and I think in the long term, like death is inevitable. I know it's going to come at some day. Fuck it, it's going to happen. But as of right now, I don't want to because I feel like if I die right now, it affects so many people, and I haven't really done anything worth being memorable.
Yeah.
Why would you say that though? Because I feel like when people say that, right? I feel like when you start your journey in life and shit, right?
Alright, so not saying I'm not memorable. I haven't made.
But no,
I haven't made the big
for yourself.
I haven't made a big enough impact, in my opinion.
Why before you? That's your personal opinion.
But I understand what he's saying.
I know, I'm saying I feel like that personal opinion. That's just your way of saying this is my stand.
That I need to do more before I die.
Yeah, but sometimes they say the good die young, and that shit lasts. You can do a little bit.
Tupac and Biggie is a prime example. Because people still put what they do.
It's still relevant.
They put it at the top. Some people,
it's still
and they put it at the top, and they also say what they could have done. So they look into the potential based off what you've done. But I get what you're saying. Fuck potential.
You want to have
I don't want there to be untapped potential. I want to say I've exhausted.
You want to say, you know what this last name mean? You know what that last name came from? That last name came from your such.
I feel
you put this shit on. You know what? You know that building right there? Your granddaddy helped put that building up. Shit like that.
I want to say your granddaddy owned that building, nigga.
Yeah, I was a construction worker.
Cause I was watching, I was watching BMF, the BMF show and shit, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? The nigga Big Meech, his son played him. I was like, I want to be somebody that my son could play on TV one day. Not for the same reasons as that, but you know.
Right.
Just somebody you could play on TV. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I was like, what do we even,
like
have any good father figures that step up? I'm like
while I'm alive.
Rose?
Ice Cube.
He was a little violent in his early years.
Yeah,
he was a little violent, but
we see his life progress. He was.
I had a little violence in my early years. I had a little violence in my early years.
Your younger years, you're gonna be a little more reckless.
He turned out great.
You're gonna be a little more reckless in your younger years, but
first of all, he a rapper, so and then
that's his job.
He a rapper in the '90s.
That's your job.
So it just be like that sometimes. But you know, I want to do it. Like the thing about it, wow, I'm still alive to see my son do that. You know what I'm saying too. Cause Ice Cube still here, Big Meech still.
See, that's one of the reasons I kind of wanted to have my kid early too. Like I was.
So you could still be alive while he.
Not ain't that. Shit. So I can still be able to do shit with him. Like when he be 20 and I'll be 40. I know damn well I won't feel like 40. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, fuck man.
Fuck y'all old niggas.
I'm just saying.
Nigga be able to do shit with your son, old nigga.
So by the time my son 15. My son will be 15 in 5 more years. I'll be 35.
My son will be 15 in 13 years. And I'll be 43. 43 is not that bad.
My son will be 15 years after I had a little nigga.
My son will be 2 this year. Next month, October. It's not really a full month. So let me prepare for that.
Let me not say, because technically I might have a 9-year-old, so technically my son might be 15.
But if you don't claim him, then fuck him.
Hey, I just ain't have a test yet. If the test comes back positive, fuck it, it's mine. Where's Maury when you need him?
That's most tests say you positive. That's definitely yours.
Where's Maury when you need him? God damn it.
Maury on IG. If I DM. I got you. Next question, topic. Poll question was. It says, are you healed or just not trying to think about it? The results said 17% said they were healed. 83% said just trying not to think about it.
That means we got a lot of toxic motherfuckers walking around here.
I feel you.
I'm
one of them.
Which one are you?
I am not healed. I just say this shit don't even exist. I pretend don't even exist. Me being hurt.
That's how you deal with your shit.
I'm gonna say, so
I know my pain.
What are you healed? What are you not healed from?
I wouldn't know.
Is it past relationships?
I
is
wouldn't
it
know
like
because
childhood trauma? Like it's
I
a
wouldn't
couple
know.
things that you.
I wouldn't know because
All
right.
I wouldn't know because I feel like
I'm not healed.
I'm not healed, but it's like I wouldn't know what from. I've been numbing my pain.
I got yes. If you numb it, suppress it, then
you don't know what the fuck affected me
everything.
by then.
Right.
I can identify a few main factors.
No, I can say I got shit that people point out to me like, man, you don't have to be that way. You don't have to do this. Like being with a female and shit, like being with ladies and shit. I was, treated like hoes.
So you
Hoes-wise.
it affects how you deal with women.
Yeah, that
In
too.
what way? Let
no,
this episode.
We gonna get deeper.
Yeah,
We gonna get deep. All right.
All right. So how does women kind of affect my?
Yeah, how does
Okay, I
you
can
not
say-
being healed affect how you deal with women?
Oh shit! It's like a hell of episode. This is mental Mondays.
Yeah, mental Mondays. We usually don't record on Mondays, but it's mental
Well, fuck
Monday.
it. Right now it is.
This is mental Monday. All right. For me, man, I say I was raised by all women and shit. So I guess you could say, I wouldn't say I guess, they would taught me how to treat women with respect and shit. But at the same time, I was raised by women, got beaten by women, got yelled at by women. So at the same time, it's like, ain't no fucking female gonna ever talk to me like these women. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna ever say you pretend you be my mama, you gonna ever pretend you gonna just do this, that. Cause I didn't do it cause, it's respecting. You don't talk back to women in your family cause it's respecting. But all these other bitches, you got it because I didn't have a chance to express myself when I was younger.
I get you,
so it's
I
like,
get
bitch, who you talking to? Or I would talk to like, nigga, I'm just fucked up. You ain't disrespecting me. I'm a man, this and that. But this is young mentality and shit. So as I get older, people started to be like, you kind of fucked up in here a little bit. Cause I ain't affectionate. I like sex. I love sex. I just don't like the touching shit. I don't like the afterwards of affection.
Yeah,
afterwards.
right. I honestly, I feel, so the thing is, I'm gonna get into that a little bit more when it comes my turn. But I feel you on that.
See, I never, my mother never had like men in the house. I've never seen like a affectionate or a relationship like in my household. Like I've never seen it like up close.
I'm gonna spin it right back to the
personally.
I'm gonna spin it right to why I say females. Why the whole females right? My mom dealt with men and shit. I seen my mom got 2 kids by another man. So then my little brother and sister father. So he was cool. He was a man wise because he didn't do shit out of the he didn't bring drugs. He was a working man, this and that. But they still went to their relationship problems. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So you hear arguments and shit. I'm out my business. So they break up, after my sister was born. He didn't even show up to my sister's fucking birth. I was at my sister's birth. That shit crazy. But that's how that made me like the men like so niggas they're trifling and shit. But I see why my mother was mad at this nigga. Then my mother get a good man. I told a good man, great man. From what I've seen, nigga cook, clean, take the kids out. She was like step kids. She was like one of his own and shit like that. And she still would give this nigga the blues. I heard one conversation. I was like, damn, mom, what the fuck? I heard this nigga like, damn, you don't love me no. Tell him I'm talking, and like you hear shit when you're young in the room. He asked my mom like, damn, you don't love me no more, this and that. He said, you don't let me touch you. You don't even have sex. I was like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, as a man, like a young teenager,
older, though, it make no sense.
yeah, I was like, this shit is ridiculous. I understand exactly what he mean. He doing all this, and you can't just give him the bare film. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I've never seen a relationship up close, healthy or unhealthy, otherwise. So, and then I didn't even like get into like my first real relationship until I was 25. So it's just like everything that I did and I'm doing is shit that I'm making up from scratch. Like I am.
So you basically what you doing is setting the blueprint.
I don't even know if it's setting a
No,
blueprint
you want to.
I wouldn't even say it's for myself because I can't even say.
Not for yourself. You want your
Look,
kid to be the complete package of you when you finish.
And I can say that, but if I don't know how to be successful in it, it's not a blueprint. Because I feel like the blueprint also tells you how to complete it.
Nah, but even with
I don't
Shit
even
that
know
go up
how.
and got blueprints still come down, bro. Like,
It's possible. It's possible it can go down, but it has to go up. It has to go up in the first place, and I don't really know how to.
nah, you know, you got people.
I personally, on God, I do not know what a successful relationship looks like.
But that's when you come in. You gotta make a standard for that, though. I feel
you
like
have to make a standard, but
your standard.
One
though.
person doesn't make a relationship.
Right,
And the same way
the
same way you say you grew up and you overheard, you don't let me no more.
Yeah.
He probably was doing everything he felt he
could
had
do,
to do.
yeah.
Everything, not even just everything he felt he had to do. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like I don't really know what else to do. And that's what I'm saying.
And the nigga was a good dude, man. I can't say he wasn't.
And me,
I can't.
Right.
Me
I can't think
personally,
of times like this nigga was
I don't
ever
really have a
disrespectful,
frame of reference. Like, you grew up with both parents, so like you at least have a frame of reference of how
But see,
everyday
I feel like he got to
life.
see the good and the bad, so he can explain.
Yeah, you
to
got
us.
to see the good and the bad, but they
The-
still together at the end of the day. So
He still see the shit.
regardless of the bad, they made
He
it.
probably
through
know
the-
more now.
They made it through the good. They made it through the good. At least you got somebody to ask how to make it through the bad
But then see,
and the good.
but at the same time, I feel like that could be a double-edged sword because
Everybody ain't the same. No,
But
his relationship won't be their relationship. But,
because you can't base your shit. But I want my shit to be around my parents too at the same time.
but they can still give you a basic reference of what
not
love
a blueprint,
could be
more of
to
a
them.
template. More of a template.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause
Take the
if-
words
if
out
I'm
of it and you put your own shit
If you
up in
saying
there.
I'm saying
I
something,
give you the structure.
if you saying I'm setting the blueprint for my son, his father only could get the same courtesy. Like, he set the blueprint for his son, even if your son don't want the
to.
same.
Yeah.
He still has a frame of reference because he's seen it and he know, all right, this is not for me. I don't know, one way or the other. I don't fucking know.
I feel like I say all right. I feel like
I wasn't giving my mother and father died. I don't really know the whatever, but they was married. I don't know if it was a toxic relationship or a healthy one because I can't go back far enough to remember it. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it would have been or could have been.
that's like
Because it's not like my father died when I was 13 and I got 13 years to refer back to.
Yeah.
I was 3. I don't fucking remember shit.
But
when I
shit,
was 3.
but that's stuff like that could be like I said, a lot of shit could be like a double-edged sword too. Like if I had my father in my life all the time, if he didn't get locked up, I always tell you this. I say the reason I ain't like him because I seen the shit he did. They got him sent away. They got him took it from me and my family. So I said I would never do that. But
And
at
I
the
can
same
understand
time, if I was in his life, he was the same young and dumb guy he was before he got locked up. He could have taken his wing and put me some stupid shit.
Yeah, but you gotta
As a
look
bad
at it like
parent.
this. At the same
You know what I'm
time,
saying?
you didn't do a lot of shit because you seen him do it, and you resented him for that because you saw that it took him away from you. So
and that's still sort of a blueprint.
What?
It's
For you to
just he
see-
didn't
like I say,
purposely lay the blueprint.
it would still be sort of a blueprint
but
for
it's
you to
still like
see
this-
what I should not do or what I don't want to do.
No,
so now
I'll be
you
honest
know.
with you, a homeless man can tell me, don't go to jail, you get big homeless. I'll probably be like, yeah, right, I won't be like you, I ain't going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say that. I'm just saying, like, him being there just inspired me, like, bro, I would, no matter how much, he's like I said, he was back in the day cranking with the shit, you know, the drugs back in the day, 90s, 80s. I'm like, nigga, you making this much money, why the fuck you ain't get us the fuck up out of here? You feel what I'm saying? Why the fuck you ain't get us
That's not what it
out of
is.
here?
That's not what
I know. Now I'm grown, but when you're young, you think that and you see TV shows and shit like that, you like, bro, as a kid, you got comments. As a kid, your comments is way more better than adults.
Well, you gotta think about it. I mean,
you got a little bit of shit to go off. You know
So
what I'm
how
saying?
was he supposed to get you out of there? Like, what was the situation like with your
Like
mother?
put that
Were
money
you
up.
and
I was
your
hustling like
mother
he was hustling. I
together?
would have put that money up.
Like, was
you
like,
gotta think about
it was him and your mother together? Like,
Yeah,
when you-
that's. I mean, you could say that's his first love. Whatever. Their first love was some shit.
So he'd have took her out there.
He still would have. If he was, you know, I don't want to say shit now, but like,
Uh,
well, yeah, you know. If you could take care of all your baby mamas, niggas, I'm pretty sure a nigga would do it. Like that.
It depends. Some people don't like certain.
I'm saying, if all your baby mamas cool, you'll take care of them if you had the money to.
Because I look at it like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Bullshit.
Because like, all right, my father is not alive because of the life he lived. You know what I'm saying? So that was also like something that deterred me from doing what he's doing. Now also my oldest brother was also.
But he got the real blueprint though. He was closer though, right?
He was also in that same life. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, went to jail. So it's just like, I seen before I was even old enough to realize what it was,
You want to do
the
that shit.
consequences of a certain lifestyle. But I also felt the other consequences. Like I said, the part of me dying when those people go away, it affects other people. You know, like my mother, you know what I'm saying? That's her son and her husband. So, you know what I'm saying? My mother was sick. So, in effect, I'm the youngest one there, so it still affects me in a way also. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you dying sometimes, it's not just, okay, he gone and that's it.
No, because people still gotta live through your death.
Yeah. But sometimes your death can legitimately make someone sick. Because my mother,
Of course.
my mother had lupus, but it was dormant, but it was brought out from stress.
From the stress
of her husband and her husband dying and her son going to jail. So, you know, like, you know, I'm saying, like, that's the reason for my answer for that. But I just feel like those were my early examples of why not to do certain things. Like, the shit affects you. You got, you know what I'm saying, as my father, he got kids. I'm not his only child. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the youngest, realistically, but he got 4, but they not all together, so it's just like different situations. Like, you know, talking to my brothers, he got 4 kids, so I got 3 brothers on that side and 1 on my mother's side. It was not his son, but he still grew up like with him as a father figure. So it's just like all of them got memories of my father and I don't. So it's like sometimes I don't even like having conversations with them about the shit about him because it's like I don't know the nigga. I don't know the nigga like y'all know.
But I feel like,
so
but I also feel like as you've been the youngest, you at least get to hear stories from your older siblings.
But as I got older, I didn't like the stories no more. It was okay when I was young.
But you got tired of hearing because you couldn't live it?
Yeah, because I ended to get older, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have, there's certain, like I said, situations I would have loved to have a father in.
Yeah.
And then just knowing that they had, I don't want to hear about the situations where you had them. And it is now I'm in that situation where you was in and he was there for you and I know I ain't got that. I don't want to hear it. Like,
I feel you.
I'm good.
So, I mean,
today is the 27th. My father's birthday was yesterday. You know, I do not go to my father's grave. Like, I don't do that. And that shit, I don't know. So
I wouldn't say.
You'll go. I don't know.
so I say, I mean, and when it comes to me, like, yeah, you saying like a father's group of, like a father's example, like almost sets your blueprint or some shit. Like, even like now, like, outside of the podcast, I'm sitting here looking at my yard, and I'm seeing these fucking vines growing up from the fucking ground, going onto these trees here, and I'm like, I know my father and I specifically dug these bitches up, like pulled these shits off that fucking tree, and dug them bitches up, and I'm like, all right, shit, nigga, tomorrow I gotta go fucking come out here, fucking pull them the bitches back up, fucking dig down to that root and dig that shit out, like, and it's just like a thing of that's something that's been instilled in me by my father, just like taking care of my yard, taking care of my house, taking pride in what the fuck I have and shit. And then so I understand.
Yeah, that nigga came over, they swinging.
Yeah, so I understand what you. I understand what you're saying by like, yeah, your parent will set this blueprint, and of course,
what you like or what you don't want to be.
And it can be exactly. It can be what you make it. It can be like, okay, they were this type of person. I don't want to be that. So, and like I feel in my soul, I don't want to be this. So I know this is what I'm not going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to undertake.
But my only difference, I was saying, y'all got years of that shit. I just got what people tell me. Like, that shit's fucking.
Yeah,
bro, like, oh God, that shit is the dumbest shit ever, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, every memory of my father's some shit somebody else tell me. So realistically,
you don't have.
It may not even be the fucking true story of how shit really happened, bro.
Because it's only who they knew him as.
Like, you know how stories rumors get passed around by the time they get back. That shit's different.
It's different, completely different.
Somebody in the story that wasn't even there.
They make shit up, bro. I don't have my own.
I do that shit sometimes myself. Hey, was I there myself?
I don't have my own memories of my father, bro. And that shit, I feel like this shit. I feel like this shit gonna haunt me forever.
I don't want you to feel like that way either, because
I can't.
Because I got that. Really, I feel like it's like everybody got like this phase of it, right? Because you said you ain't got your father at all, right? I lost my father young and shit, right? He came home it just wasn't the same.
I get you though.
There's no bond connection. There's no.
Let me put it.
It's still my dad.
But let me put it into perspective.
We ain't close.
Today you are alive and he's alive. Even if you have never been close, you still have the chance to become close.
You had the chance to talk to him. You had the chance to learn these stories.
Even if y'all never had that moment before, like we never know what can happen in their situation.
Yeah.
This is possible. It may not be probable, but it's possible.
And I can definitely feel like my situation completely differs from your situation, and I know that. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
Like, my situation completely differs from your situation. Of course, that like I don't try to put like my
you
upbringing.
Find somebody who got a toxic father.
Well, I say I don't find my upbringing as like as a precedent. I can't set my upbringing as a precedent for what should be normal and what's not, because
We need somebody who got a toxic
Hey,
dad.
but I'd be jealous of niggas who be motherfuckers say they fought their fathers. I don't care, but
Me and father gonna get it, because I fight my father, nigga. I think me and him got the both attacked. We fight each other. We gonna have to fuck on try to kill each other.
I take that. I don't care. I fight my father. I don't care. I wish I had a father to fight. I don't care.
My father punched me one time, and the reason he punched me was because this was my first car crash. This is his car.
Yeah. All right.
This nigga came out. He was in Barnes Noble. Like I said, coming from jail. He ain't trying to get peaceful, getting educational, reading Barnes Noble. I'm big brother. I got the siblings. I got my two little brothers. I took his key from Barnes Noble. My two little siblings in the back seat. I tried to pull over the parking lot. I have no clue how to drive. I just know you put the key in there. You put it and good. Boy, I thought gas was gas and stop. I just
right.
The chick at the gone. I hit my car. I was try to get the fuck about it. Then use no mirrors, just like GTA style. I can get it. Bow, hit that joint. Somebody's like, "No man, just stop, please stop." I was like, my little brothers in the back. I say, "Got a car." Don't say shit. They took off. Father come outside. I seen his eyes. He was like, police was there. Police came, right? I caused some money in damages. I was supposed to went to jail or whatever. This nigga come outside. The white cop say, "Oh, that's your dad?" I'm like, "You surprised, nigga? I bet." I bet you surprised.
You out here doing dumb record shit. He has a father.
He said, "That's your dad?" He said, "We was gonna take you to jail, but I guarantee he's gonna fuck you up tonight." I was like, in my head, I'm like, I guarantee he won't. This nigga that never been in my life. He better not put his hands on me. He came right to me, hit me around my chest. Boom, one time. He's like, "Damn, what the fuck is wrong?" I was like, it's coming. He gonna hit me. There's no point. He stole the shot. Boom, I ate it. Looked at him. I was like, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry because I fucked up. Nigga. I don't know what else you want me to say. And I did it on Father's Day. But yeah, he can hate me too. My father go around like, I hate that little nigga. He done fuck my car, all that shit.
Fuck.
I ain't never been in his life. The deal to come out, this nigga
one time I tried to fuck with this nigga.
He just straight my shit.
Fuck.
He called my mother.
Man, take your motherfucking son.
He called mother, right? Mother say, "What the fuck you think I had to do all these years? Deal with it, hunger boy." I say, "That's what's up, shawty. That's what's up. What the fuck you think I had to do with myself all these years?"
Your mother still probably laid into your ass too.
No, my mother ain't say shit. She said, "You do this, your property, he."
Oh, okay.
Shit. But she said, "My son locked up. My son locked up."
My boy dabbed him up. Good shit, boy.
I couldn't wait till you broke that nigga heart.
Hurt him like you did us, motherfucker.
Good disappointment. Yeah, I know.
Big payback.
Yeah, I told that nigga that shit. Yeah, he been doing this for years.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing new, nigga. You can have a jail conference with him. Yeah, you cannot do this and that. You ain't gotta sit there in the house with this nigga. This nigga crazy.
Right.
Yeah, but shit, what else am I still healing from, Mo? Shit.
Me, I can say heartbreak.
My grandmother.
Yeah, I can say that too.
All right, so
Boy, that shit was. I hate that night.
oh look,
I hate that shit.
Losing my grandmother, I remember that day vividly. Like I can replay every second of that day in my fucking head. And that shit was. And I would say, I never really answered the question I realized earlier. Never really truly answered the question. But am I still healing from some things, or am I good? I feel like I'm good, but I know deep down there are some things that I won't allow to hurt me just because I just refuse to let myself get hurt by things or by myself.
This nigga's just going off.
I don't like my grandfather. Go ahead though.
But I can say I do notice some things about myself where I'm like, this isn't the norm. Like I thought that like this shit was been normal to me my whole life, and I'm like, this isn't the norm, and maybe this is a defense mechanism of some sort. So right now, I don't believe I'm hurt by anything, but I possibly could be.
I know. I'm gonna say that. I'll say this. I'm shutting the door to being hurt. So the shit that used to hurt me, it's shut. Boom. So then if you try to hurt me, I don't even acknowledge this. It's like
exactly, and that's the thing. I'm like,
I'm the complete opposite. I'm gonna tell him motherfucker from hurt.
I can't do it, bro.
I don't. I see. I don't.
I feel like once you hurt me, like I know the button.
You know, you want
break
me. You want me to tell you why I don't keep that shit on? I used to do that shit but I realized this shit don't do nothing but turn me into a ticking time bomb. Like it's just like if I keep all that shit in, I'ma just explode. Like even if like later on, like even it might not even be in the right situation. It could be like at a time where somebody ain't got nothing to do with it, but the little thing they did could have just been the last straw. Look at the straw that broke the camel's back. Like even if that was just one little thing. Everything else was like sometimes you ever been in a situation like I don't know, like it could be anywhere at work. Like you yell at a motherfucker, but they got on your nerves, but you wasn't really mad at them. Like you was mad at somebody else. Everybody else been getting on your fucking nerve, and then this person just come on and just do the slightest shit. It's irritating, but you just take the shit out on them. Yeah. Like I feel like that's what happens when I hold shit in. So I'd rather not do that.
I feel you. I mean, I to myself, I'm kind of like, all right. So you know what I can attribute it to? So, Sly, you really didn't know me a couple years back. Like, I mean, you knew of me, but you just didn't know me, on the level that we do now. Shampoo did. So about 2018.
Get the fuck, bro. These niggas are invading my privacy.
Yeah, they are. But they disrespectful niggas. But Shampoo, you knew me 2018ish, and we can say that year was a fucked up year for me. Because I had gone so many years of just kind of like holding shit back, and then a bunch of shit happened at like right after one after the other, where it just I couldn't hold the shit anymore, and it just kind of spilled over. And I was a completely different motherfucker to everybody that I know, like completely different nigga. And I lost friends over this shit. I lost relationship possibilities over this shit. I lost out on a good couple things over that time because it had all just spilled over into that, and spiraled into a small state of depression where I'd never dealt with depression before. So to me, it came out as anger.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. Tell you, like that shit. I'm depressed.
Yeah, but to me,
like something wrong with me. I'm never happy.
Yeah,
like,
the shit came off as just
anger.
So I was just a really angry fuck for a few months.
That shit happens.
And I was like, it happened, but it shouldn't have happened if I had known how to properly deal with things at the time.
2019, I definitely almost killed a nigga. I don't know. Is it a statute of limitations of pulling out a gun on a nigga?
No.
Okay.
Because you didn't pull a trigger. You didn't even shoot past the nigga. You just pulled
First
the gun.
of all, you still go back and shoot the nigga.
The nigga's still alive.
The nigga's still alive.
Pull the gun on him again.
So there's no limitations, right?
I definitely pulled the gun on a nigga. First of all, I didn't say what nigga.
No, I'm just saying, that's it. That nigga say, that's him right there. That's the nigga talking about.
This is wild. That nigga got shot not too long ago. It wasn't me, though.
Wait, was it? Is it the same nigga?
Yeah, nigga, I'm about to smoke. He got shot out today. It wasn't me, though. That wasn't me. I would say that too.
No. Because I know if it's the same nigga I'm thinking about, I know exactly the nigga you're talking about, and
he was there.
Oh yeah.
He was there. But no, this is what I'm saying. When it happened, I was somewhere with people because I seen the article, and then I had seen the article, and I went home, and they was like, "Oh, that was such and such." Well, I was here
wasn't me.
with them,
Yeah.
so I know for a fact. But they got the DC police joint. They got the nigga who did it on camera. Definitely wasn't me. He definitely don't look shit like me. Definitely, he got locked up too. Definitely wasn't me. But the nigga that got shot, I can understand.
I get it.
I was attempting. Somebody said, I'm not going to hesitate.
We chilling in my car. Nigga don't know me. Nigga don't know who I am. Nigga didn't know what I got in my shit.
I did not hesitate at all.
He walk up on me. He walk up on us.
He walk up in the car. And then like the nigga was like, y'all looking at my sister laughing. So what's up? I didn't know who he was talking to. I'm not gonna hold that. I didn't know who he was talking to because somebody was walking out the building behind.
We was all drunk coming from out someplace else.
We went bowling.
Yeah, we went bowling. We was out drunk coming bowling.
My baby mother was pregnant too. It was like.
So she wasn't drunk.
Yeah, she wasn't drunk.
Put that on camera. She wasn't drunk.
We was testament be different.
Disclaimer: She wasn't drunk.
She could be the only one get interrogated because y'all niggas got false fucking.
But she wasn't outside when it started though.
She wasn't. She ain't went inside already.
See, I don't want to say. I was showing him something. I don't want to see what, but I was showing him something. But I had just got my shit back. So I was showing him something. I don't think he had ever seen it. I was showing something. So the nigga walked up like, you ever looking at my sister? So what's up? But somebody realized I was walking out the building behind, so I didn't pay him no attention. But they kept walking, so they walked up to me. I'm like, hey, get y'all peoples, because I know that the nigga be tripping. So, hey, get y'all peoples. You know, you walking up and, you know what I'm saying? The nigga come over there again. I'm like, hey, get y'all peoples. So then after that, so I cocked my shit. I'm like, hey, bro, get y'all motherfucking people. They gotta get a little louder, dude. You know what I'm saying? They came outside.
You different from me, though, because I would have been in the body.
Nah, I was like, get y'all people.
Like,
it was good shit. I'm just saying, that's good. That's great. I'm
I
glad you're not in jail.
I think it's the first time he had it. And then I was like, hey, give me that. Give me my shit. I said, give my shit. But then I was like, bruh. Because you was pregnant. That's probably why the main.
You thought a lot, bro.
No, I was.
You thought a lot.
Nah, she grabbed my arm.
No, that just this was a lot. It was your man was like, this not working shit.
No, she came outside. Like she heard the commotion and came outside.
She came outside. She stood right there, like in between us, and I was like, bro, this nigga make the wrong move, bro.
Blow shit off.
I'm not about to play with this nigga, girl.
Touch my baby mama, blow his shit off.
And the thing is, I'm like, I'm sitting here looking like, why is this nigga pulling up on us? Like, what the fuck? Like,
But the whole thing was, it's like for what? It was like a nigga got killed for nothing. Like that shit, cause what the fuck did you come over there for, bro?
Cause what nobody talk about him.
That's the type of shit that niggas get killed for, though.
Like the thing
Stupid
is,
shit.
and then it be like, damn, motherfuckers smoke niggas, kill this nigga for no reason. Nah, that nigga
It was a reason. He was the reason.
You know what I realized though? The same shit you say, I doing too much might be not as extreme as other niggas do too much. Some niggas confrontation wise might be for like.
But you gotta understand.
I'm just saying,
there's more context to the situation.
I don't go into details. No details.
No, I can say I know who the person was, and I know
kissing on the table.
I know who the person was, and I know what they did. I know that they tried. Like every day they was outside trying to fight people. Like even the person they be with. So if you walking up on, but motherfucker was on the drugs. But the thing is about the water. I know motherfuckers on water. I know this nigga. I know sometimes they give a nigga super strength. I'm not about to let you get water for me. Nigga, I don't know you. You're not my people. I'm about to smoke you.
Did the nigga die from the nigga together? He's still.
They gave me a hug out there, all that.
Nigga
apologized, gave me a hug, all that.
Had a
He knew I
revelation.
was gonna kill his ass, but he didn't have to come to that.
I was talking about
But he didn't, because he couldn't get a chance to apologize. That's better.
No, it was after all that. He had seen me again. Nigga seen me again. He apologized.
That's
Died me up, but he pulled me in for a hug. I was like, all right, bro. But I ain't, but I was like, all right. Because I was like, you. Like, I don't even know why that shit was even a situation,
But his master might probably explain it to him. He probably, I love that shit.
Yeah, but the thing about
and
it,
I feel bad.
You pulling me into
so let me be a
some
man
shit,
and go
like,
apologize.
I'm mad at my business. I'm putting me into some shit I ain't got nothing to do with.
Cause real life, we was having a good night. Niggas went bowling, we was chilling.
And then shit spent left. He was like, I'm about to end this nigga. I'm about to end my
That
night.
shit went from a good night to damn, I'm about to kill a nigga. All right, the next question is, do you come from a family of love or survival? The results were 60% love, 40% survival. We'll start over here for this one.
That actually sounds about right.
Yeah, we'll start over here for that one.
Now I come from a family of love, but one part of that family did come from a family of survival. So
In what way?
So my mother's family, my mother was one of 7, and
That's back in the day, right?
yeah,
That's normal.
you know what I'm saying. My mother was one of 7, but
That's light.
It's like.
but it was also just their mother, and my mother's mother wasn't much of a mother. Let me put it that way. Like, I don't claim her as my grandmother. Like, she's my mother's mother. I don't give her the title of grandmother.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Reasons.
I understand.
Personal reasons, yeah. I was like, damn.
Personal reasons. I don't claim her.
I can't
her as a
say
grandmother
but I
because she's
will
never
say,
been a grandmotherly figure to me.
I will say I'm closer to my father's mother. I was. Both of them I paid. But it's not nothing personal. I was around her more. My mother died earlier. But before she did, I don't feel like I was as close.
So my mother's family came from a family of survival, where a couple of them, like my family, we've had some pimps, like actual pimps. We've had like full on like fully gang members type shit like that.
That's not enough.
We've had we have murderers. We have
There you go.
a bunch of others like
Murderers,
shit I don't want to like say on camera, but we that's what her family comes from. My father's family on the other side,
He raised you like he was raised, kind of.
yeah, they tried to raise me like how my father's
how
family
was he
was
raised?
And there was a nuclear structure. There was a mother and father. There were
Yeah, I thought
kids.
about
You
some
know,
Holocaust. My bad.
They got
Wow.
bombed.
Yeah,
Bombed.
my bad. Yeah, I just thought. I don't know why. That's the first thing I thought. My bad. Go ahead.
yeah,
Bombed
so
Japanese.
right shit. But yeah, they had that structure, so that's how I was brought up. And the thing is, it helped me, and it helped my sister in the long run because we both turned out to be decent people. I'm kind of a dick,
They
but
tried,
I'm a decent
but
person.
They tried, but you veered your own path.
Yeah, I'm kind of a dick on my own, but they raised me to be a decent person, and I can attest to that. So I definitely came from a family of love, but I don't knock anybody who comes from a family of survival because
You have to sometimes.
yeah, you don't have a choice sometimes.
I'm gonna say it's a mix of both. And the reason being, I'm gonna say, because I felt like growing up, my mother was sick most of the time. I felt like she was trying to survive, but shit, I felt like she survived off of love. I mean, I realistically, everything else around her was gone. Like her husband did. Her oldest son sentenced 36 years in jail. Only thing she had left was me. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go with survival. Cause I felt like, in that situation, she got to survive in her case for, my sake. I gotta survive in the environment that I'm in. Sometimes I had to go stay with other people. As I got a little older, I'm in the house by myself, trying to survive. I had help from others due to love, but at the same time, I was trying to survive. I don't feel like I don't think it was like maybe to me. I didn't see the struggle. It wasn't really all that of a struggle to me, but I didn't really understand what she was going through at the time. Being of the age that I was, but I was going through that shit like at certain times. Like up until I was like 19, she was in and out the hospital like months at a time. I had to go stay with my grandmother. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes I stayed by myself because I didn't want to stay with them.
Yeah, but I feel like my answer would be survival. I kind of want to say I can explain like how you want to explain it. My thing is, I wouldn't say it wasn't love.
Nah, it
So-
was love. 'Cause I don't think you can survive without love.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, the same shit. So my shit was like survival came first. Like
Basically.
Like you need these tools to survive. You know I love you.
Love ain't enough to keep you alive.
It's not. So you know I love you. I might don't say it every day. I might don't do this and that, but you know I love you type shit.
I feel like with women though, with women and men, they been through certain shit. Like I say, my mother been through certain shit, so she tried to tell me certain shit not to do because what she seen could happen. And me being me though, I'ma do what I want to do. Like when you get to a certain age, and you growing up with just your mother, you get to a certain age, you gonna do what you want to do regardless of what she tell you to do. It's like a woman can't
Raise a man. You heard
like,
that shit plenty of times. I won't say raise a man. You can't make it. You can't teach him how to be a man.
You can't teach him how to be a man.
Yeah, I won't say raise him. You can't teach
You
him
can
how to
raise
be.
him.
You can raise him. Definitely can. So my shit would be survival. Basically, you know, my mom and them love me, but shit, I was started making my own shit for myself, like cereal at 7 and shit. Like, start pulling a gallon of milk. You know how heavy a gallon of milk is when you're a kid. Nigga, you feel me? A gallon of milk is fucking 100 pounds to you when you're a kid. You could barely pull a gallon of milk when it's full when you're a kid. No bullshit. So it's like my mom told me a lot of shit because she had to work. You know what I mean? I stayed with my grandmama and shit. And also I say survival because shit, we had 2 bedrooms and 6 people living in that motherfucker. You feel me? When you get older, you be like, shit. Usually it's just a mom or dad who technically want to have that, and the kid got his own. Whole time it's 6 motherfuckers standing in 2 bedrooms. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sleeping with my grandmother, my brother sleeping with my other brother sleeping with my aunt and shit. My mom and shit was sharing room. But mom, she got her own place when she was 15. But I ain't stay with my mom because she had to go work. So I was at my grandma. Like I said, I'm at my grandma's house. Fuck that. Then my grandma's house had people over there, so it's like 10 motherfuckers over there. Whole time, my grandma's house was a spot. You feel what I'm saying? It was barely enough
My
food.
grandma's house was a spot too. Like
Yeah.
if somebody needed somewhere to stay.
With the spot, I always see my grandma.
That was like that on both grandma's sides, but one died when I was like 4, so it's like that wasn't an option.
Now see,
So that's why I say I was closer to one grandma because one lived till I was probably like 18, 20. I don't remember the year, but I remember the exact. I remember the day. I remember what happened the day, but I don't remember the year. Like, that shit's cloudy.
yeah, but my grandmother I grew up with, she died before the grandmother I didn't grow up with, and I was close to her. So she passed when I was 15, 16, around that time, and then my older grandma passed. She, years fly, so I was like 4 or 5 years old. Probably wasn't 6 by now.
See, my mother and my father's mother, when my father died, they was close. So my father died in 93, my mother died in 95. I remember that, but when my father died, my mother and my father's mother was close. Like my mother would go over there all the time. So that was kind of, I don't know, they was close.
So
we
say survival for that.
Yeah, it was survival only because, like, I had times, like, you know what I'm saying? My mother was in the hospital, so a lot of times, like, I had to learn how to do certain shit on my own.
All right, so
Not by choice.
I'm gonna ask you this. Right, so you said the love. So has it ever been a time you feel like you haven't been loved by your family, like your parents?
My parents?
I'm gonna ask you.
My parents?
No.
Nah, I'm not gonna say not by my mother, no.
Not ever loved.
Not love, no.
I've
I say
never
mother been
gotten-
mad at me plenty of times.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's a whole
they've
different
been
question.
mad at me,
I
but
feel
no,
you.
I've never
That's-
felt like I
that's-
was not loved.
Love.
Nah,
I
not
feel
love,
that.
nah.
Okay, I just asked
Nah, I can't never say that. I can't never say that.
I feel you that one. 'Cause I was
I
like,
say that's one thing I never say. Hey, you gonna
you
never
never hear me
have
say my mother ain't love me. My mother don't love me. I feel you on that one.
Be mad, disappointed. I don't give a fuck what the feeling might be, but nah, not that. But me personally, as far as like other family members, I don't know. I wasn't always the closest to my family growing up. Like me personally, like I didn't. I don't know. Like I did from like I was on my own a lot. Like to the point I wasn't really receptive of people telling me what to do. Like that wasn't never really my thing. It was like,
I think there's a lot of people things.
nah, but I'm just not even. But I'm just saying anybody like man. I didn't.
You ain't no.
I didn't
you ain't
like no. I
authority.
didn't get a tour. I didn't get a tour, motherfuckers like grandfathers, motherfucking aunts, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I know.
but it's just motherfuckers that don't do nothing for me.
They're trying to tell you shit.
Yeah, I understand who you are, but you don't do shit for me. Like I didn't have situations where I need motherfucker. You wasn't it. You can't tell me what to do, bruh. That was my mindset.
Do you think that mindset changed?
Nah, we cool. I'm grown. Like you,
Nah,
ain't,
but you
still. We grown. I feel like I'm at the point they don't come in.
No, not even that. Not even that. Like, can you? Okay, well, I want to say this.
Well,
question.
all right.
Can you look back at it and be like, all right, that was good advice. I should have kind of listened to that, regardless if they still no.
Fuck on
You
my
know
face.
That nigga said no.
Fuck on my face. Look, this is what I'm saying.
That's not good advice.
Nah, not even just that. It's like I don't know. Like I don't know. I look at it like differently. Like
How can you give advice on a subject you don't even know about?
maybe not. Like I don't know. It's just like you don't understand me. You never tried to understand me or nothing. What I was going through, nothing. But you just want to tell me what to do. Like shit don't work like that. Like I don't feel like I could just. Like, it's not my job. Like, all right, if it's my job, you go to work, that's different. Your job is to tell motherfuckers what to do. You, they boss. Like, you can get to know them as people somewhat, but you don't have to know their whole life to tell them what to do. We family, but that you, my aunt, uncle, grand, but that don't give you the right to tell me what to do if you don't understand. You don't know me.
Like,
you don't know me. We don't have that connection.
You don't feel like that's,
if we don't got that connection, you don't have that right.
I feel that.
I understand that. I feel like at the same time, I feel like you
I don't feel like just because I'm your uncle, oh yeah, do this, do that, you got to do that.
No, you should. I feel like that's also as an uncle, you might not be around, but you still
might.
Want,
if I'm
you
not,
still want the best for your nephew.
No, but
if
the
I'm
thing
not
is,
around, I
you.
really don't feel like. But all right, so there's a difference between giving advice and telling somebody what they have to do.
Okay, I feel you.
Because you can
do this,
you can say,
or you should do this.
You can say you want the best for this person, but that may be just what's best for you, and that's not what's best for them. And you trying to project what works for
Not
you
even
on
that.
them.
It'd be how people give advice. Alright, you giving me advice is different from you telling me, nah, don't do this.
Instead of preaching to you.
You know what I'm saying?
You
look,
ain't
doing
this,
look,
you might
bro,
become this type
you
shit.
saying you doing this, you gonna end up
You
this
gonna
way.
end up like
You
this,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Listen,
Prejudging
like,
you and
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? It'd be
Not
different.
knowing
You
you.
approach a motherfucker a different way. Like, look, I've been where you been. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I get it, that shit, blah, 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 blah. But this how that shit can end up.
You didn't like how it was
It's
spoken
the approach.
to you.
It's the approach
how
also.
it was approached.
It's the approach relative to our relationship.
Alright.
Like if we don't have that, if you not in my like, I can't even say if you ain't big. Cause like I don't know if I was big, but it's just like the advice you give me. It's the amount. It's just like how you do it. Like I said, that's the approach too. How you do it, bro. Like shut the fuck up, bro.
But see me, I was different. I would say I was different.
I don't mean to cut you
No,
off,
go.
but you know what it reminds me of? It's the debate. Like it's the debate that I've had in my household since I was growing up. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Like, you can be trying to convey a good message.
It's the text.
But the way you try to convey that message may be fucked up. And if it's fucked up, I'm not going to receive it. Like, fuck you. Delivery. Your delivery is key.
Look, it's the same way. I understand that it's the same way, right? We all got a group chat, right? And I'll be like, man, fuck y'all motherfuckers. No laughing emojis, no nothing. Fuck y'all. You be like, what the fuck you talking about? But if I put a laughing emojis, you already know I'm joking because you already know the approach. I'm like, man, fuck y'all niggas.
Well, see,
saying?
text is easy if it's the confused concept.
But so also with somebody body language, sometimes somebody wasn't taught how to approach another human being. You know what I'm saying? All they know is they probably were taught also how to
we was kind of just
get
talking.
advice.
We was kind of just talking about like that in the car, like how some people, like we got online gaming, and some people don't make friends in real life, but they got people that they are friends with online on certain games, but they communicate like shit with them, like they actually cool with them, but they don't have real life friends. I guess people like that.
But also, I wouldn't say them
So,
people online
like,
not your real. I mean, I guess
they not your
you
real
can't-
friends, but they just close you got to the friend because you might not know how to interact with other motherfuckers.
Also, you can have close friends that.
But like I said,
trade on you.
some people feel like a motherfucking man entitlement. Like if you somebody grandmother, grandfather, even parent,
like you didn't had probably situations with your parents where you feel like they didn't overstep the boundary, but you getting from them, oh, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I can do or say whatever I want. But you looking like, no.
Your mother or father?
I'm saying, like, he has his mother and father in his life.
Mm-hmm. Understand? I'm just saying, like, what you saying?
All right, so say you want to do something, or say you did something, and your parents trying to talk to you about it, but you like, nah, they like, that's me, that's none of your business. You don't want to talk to your parents about that. Or your parent do something, and you be like, nah, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that, and they be like, I'm your mother. I can do whatever.
I'm grown.
Child. I can do whatever.
I'm grown.
You my child.
That's all I heard. I was older. Like,
basically,
I'm grown.
no, that's like you saying I'm grown to them.
Oh, because you can do what the fuck you want.
Because sometimes your parents might not realize your age to you. You and your man be like, oh, I'm this age, but you still a child.
You still a kid.
So that's what I'm saying to them. You still a child regardless of your age. So they might do something or overstep something you might feel like overstepping the boundary. But in your man, you're looking at it different. I'm grown. You shouldn't do this. But they feel like I'm your parent. I should be able to do this whenever I want to. It could be advice. You like your mother, like you might be talking to your mother. You might just want to get it off your chest. You might tell your mother, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. She might give you an opinion. And you be like, nah, that's not what I came here for.
Alright, for me, like, what I was about to say and shit, like, for my shit, aspects of things in life, me, I've always been an advice taker. Like, I don't care what from. Like, me, I always took advice.
That's understandable, because you can just hear everything and just
may
not listen to it.
Yeah,
but you'll consider it.
Yeah, but that'll be the same shit. I'll listen to it, and there's some shit I'll take and I'll sponge it up as game. Oh, this older nigga told me this. But like I said, there might be the approach. Or you might just be having a general conversation.
And some shit you might hear niggas say, oh, that nigga, this some dumb shit.
Some dumb
I wouldn't
shit.
do that shit.
You see his man sitting next to a nigga, he looking at his man, looking at him like, bro, you tripping. The whole time you already know which one the smart nigga and the stupid nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then also, and if you one of the dumb guys agree with the dumb guy, you might like, shit, I would do the same shit. Whole time, that's because that's your thought process the same way that older person. Because me, I never took advice.
See, the thing
from people
about
my age type shit.
Everybody's advice realistically is based on their experiences.
Their life.
Yeah. Say your son, he start hanging around. Say your son, he get a little older, he start hanging around. We still doing the podcast. So your son 18, but he been around since he was like 15, hanging around all of us. So he might come to all three of us about advice for he dealing with a girl.
Different reasons.
But he would he might come to all three of us about the same thing, same subject.
Mm-hmm.
But he would get three different answers.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being because advice is based off experience.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you come from an older person, it's based off what they went through. And nobody has gone through the same thing.
I give you an example. Like my son would go to Suge, he be like, man, he young and shit. He go to Suge. Suge be like, shit, fuck him, LS. My son like, what the fuck is that? He's 16, 17. But that could be your right. I'm not saying he would say that.
I'm saying
he wouldn't tell him to live like him.
I'm not saying that.
But the thing is, it works out because I live a completely different lifestyle than both of you.
But yeah.
So I can give a completely different perspective than both of you. So it actually works out. I'm not going to, of course, tell him anything to, influence him or nudge him in the direction that I live.
But hey, if you don't want to deal with this, I kind of got an alternative lifestyle.
But I have an alternative point of view than both of you, which may align more with him than yours does. Yeah. And it's not to say that yours is wrong or mine is right.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's just to say that it gives him another option.
Yeah. Then he can go to Shampoo.
Like there's no
and Shampoo can explain his younger self. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck these bitches. They do what you do. Right?
At the same time. Alright, so can we do a hypothetical situation?
I'm just going back to my day.
No, I'm gonna let you get you. Let's do a hypothetical situation. Say let's put ourselves in that scenario. What advice would you give a son?
To what?
To whoever's hypothetical son. Your son the oldest, so that's why we use them. But say what's the fuck we using those? Alright, say he come to us for advice on a girl. He got a girl, but
you imagine my son old enough to come talk to you.
Alright, so look, say he got a girl, right? And he talking to her. They been talking for a little minute. But say he think she talking to other dudes, but he not entirely sure. how would you tell him?
Me?
We can get to you.
Alright.
So
So
he,
you relax.
you know what I'm saying, his son got a girl, but he thinks she's talking to other dudes. How would he handle it?
Yeah, but he like her though. But
He like her.
you want to
It's your hypothetical.
he asking on advice. How should I handle it? He like her though, but maybe he want to take it to the next level. But she talking to other niggas.
So ask her like, what's her like? Ask her how she feels about going to that next level with him though, because of course if you just on the talking phase, you have no rights to the girl. You have no rights to say who she can and can't talk to. So
That's you off, but like what age limit would it be? Because I feel like
I said he was like 18.
All right, 18. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So you're like, all right, cool. Like, look, I'm feeling you, and I want to know if you feel anywhere near that same way before I decide to say, hey, let's take it up a notch. Because I don't want to, tell you if you're not ready to, like, hey, I'm ready to go here, and then you're like, nah, I'm good here. Like, I want to ask you where you are here, where you are right now.
So
Is it good?
You tell them to evaluate the situation.
So you know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
before you make a
Okay.
decision.
Taking an evaluation of the situation, like ask her what her evaluation of the situation is, because if she
You
can
want to see
say,
where her mind at before you
if-
tell her. Where
if she
you
can
at.
say, oh yeah,
Are you telling her how you feel first, or are you asking her how she feels?
essentially you're doing it both at the same time, because you're then saying, like, you're telling her like, hey, how would you feel about us going, I've been feeling you for a while. Of
So
course,
you,
it's not
so
gonna
if
be a
you
girl
say
that
I've
he
been
doesn't
feeling you
talk
for a
to
while,
enough.
so you telling her how you feel.
Yeah, I'm about to say, been feeling you for a while. We were fucking with each other
So
for
you
a
gotta
good
be a
minute.
little vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we've been fucking with each other for a good little
Get
minute.
serious.
I don't know if you're at the level where you want to take it to a more serious level. Now, if you don't, it's cool. But if you do, let me know, because I'm definitely ready to take that step.
So if she says
if
she
she-
doesn't, what would you suggest?
no,
So
I
again-
want you to answer yours next.
So of course, if she says she doesn't, again, of course, you have to be man enough. You have to be man enough to accept the decision either way it goes. Like, you can't. You got to all right, cool, fuck it. She said no. I'm not ready to go that. I'm not ready to go that route with you yet. All right, fuck it. I thought this was more than what it was. It wasn't. Let me take a step back, reevaluate myself in this situation. All right, cool. You don't. No hard feelings. Do you?
All right.
Okay.
Go, shampoo.
So I'm gonna say in the situation, in the scenario I gave, I'm gonna tell him, all right. So you think she talking to other people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell him, I suggest you do the same, regardless if you know that she's talking to other people or not. Reason being, you young. Like I say 18 in the scenario. That's not to say that high school romances aren't real, or
don't
high
last.
school
Right.
love.
They don't last.
That's not.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's not what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true, because I know for a
Hell
fact
yeah.
a couple.
Yeah.
I know a couple. But the thing I'm saying, if you're not entirely sure, then you should move like you unsure in that situation. I think people have the tendency to move with unsureness, but they move like, all right, so I think she's talking to other people, even though I'm not. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing until it's confirmed. Then when I confirm it, then it's like, damn, I'm fucked up. Like, even if I maybe suspected it, personally, finding out is a different thing from suspecting it. Because sometimes when you suspect it, you could be wrong. And if you find out you're wrong, you're relieved. So it just goes, I think heartbreak is necessary, possibly. You can make an argument for that. Because everybody handles heartbreak differently, though. Some people don't get over it. Some people do. Maybe it's better when you're young. Maybe I didn't experience I mild heartbreak, like, because I didn't really have too many serious situations when I was young. So, but experiencing it for the first time when you were older is different, because that shit.
So
hits
you
different.
just give him the advice.
It's just like sometimes you gotta go through shit
to understand shit.
But you just, like, when you that younger, I feel like you should keep your options open because how serious is this going to be? Like, you had a kid at 19, but that's a lot of seriousness for a 19-year-old.
Oh, stepfather.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of seriousness for a 19-year-old. So if I'm giving your son advice, I'm gonna just say, keep you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you get older, you might want to get this shit out your system a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna say this. I'm looking at the camera and tell my son right now. I know you're probably watching this a couple years down the line. This is what I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. So, love your advice. Understand your advice. But at the same time, for 18-year-old young man and shit, to me, personally speaking as this father and shit, I'd be like,
don't twist my words, dude.
no.
I ain't say fuck everything.
No. I understand what you said. I love what he said. I'm just gonna break it down for you, right? Like I love what Suge said, right? Suge said the same shit. You know, look, if that's how you feel, basically what Suge was saying was,
Get an understanding of the situation.
like, to me, that's not what I took. For me, it was like, look, self-worth. If that's not how you feel and shit, if that's not how you really feel, it's all about how you feel type shit. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, oh yeah, love yourself first enough to be like, hey, you if that's how you really feel.
Yeah, but you gotta get an understanding of how she feels, so it's an understanding of the situation.
Yeah, but that's like, his shit is real life, like, hey, let me talk down, let me sit down and talk to you, son. His shit, right? Your shit is like, come here, little Nick. Right? Sit down, let me talk to you. She making you, feel this way, this and that way. Look, I understand you feel, I understand how you love her, I understand all that. But understand this. You're young, you this and that. So be careful of the choices you make, because understand you could be hurt making the choices that you make. But you can have options, right? I understand both of y'all shit. It's just for the long term, his shit is, hey, this might not be the long term.
Well, you know what? I would consider mine long term because at the end of the
Now,
day,
if that girl ain't fucking nobody, you bucking off.
No.
Listen,
The thing is, I understand where he's coming from.
Hold on,
too.
first of all, hold on.
I understand what he
First
said.
of all, when
I
you
love
young,
what you said. I
when you
understand
young, most of your relationships don't end off fucking somebody else.
It don't.
It just
It
ends
don't
off.
do that
What
when
I'm
you get
saying.
older too. It don't.
But I'm saying, so it ends off because you're not compatible.
Yeah.
So them fucking somebody else ain't the end all be all. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, if you feel that way, if you are unsure about something, then you unsure. You don't know.
And that's what I said. Your shit is understanding. You gotta understand that shit. His shit.
I'm saying you gotta value yourself too.
No, your shit is understanding, because we don't know that female was cheating on that.
He is understanding because you asking her how she feels.
Yeah. You ain't asking her. What your thought was?
No,
hey,
I'm not saying you don't ask her, but I'm saying
No, you did.
I'm saying before you. No, I said before you ask her, just do you as if.
I ain't say it was.
You already know.
I'm not saying it wasn't good advice for him.
But if you gonna ask her, you ask her, but don't.
So
Don't put. I'm saying don't put all your eggs into one basket before you ask her.
So I got one point.
I didn't say when you ask her and she only
I
fucking
got
with you.
one
Keep your
point
options open.
that
but you
encompasses both of your points.
can't. Okay.
What was that word again?
So I have one point
Encompasses.
that encompasses both of your points, which is, if you're single, you're just in the dating circuit, it is very okay to date multiple people.
But if you, think about it.
If he coming for,
18,
but say 18.
And don't, you teach your kids that. My parents taught me at 16, like, look, if you're single, you're not in a relationship, you can date multiple people, find out what you like from this person.
As men right now, right, for a young man to approach another man about a woman and ask him a question, you gotta be serious.
Yeah,
it gotta be. It gotta be.
Am I going to get other
to you?
niggas?
It has to be.
Not
To
necessarily.
you, it has to be.
To me, yeah.
To you, it has to be. It has to be.
Maybe because look.
It has to be. I'm not gonna ask my father no advice about fucking no Lil John. I just know I fucked them
Why
up
not?
off. Because I just fucked
Because
them.
that's because you and your father didn't have that though. That's probably why. If you gotta understand, all right.
That ain't me and my mother.
That's your mother, but you gotta think about it. It's your father. If you and your father like this, you probably might talk to him about any girl you have sex
All right,
with.
so listen. All right, back
You
to
might have, but you and we say your son. You and your son is like that though.
There we go.
So he might come to you before any situation when he's younger. When it comes to a girl, like regardless of what she is, he might feel comfortable enough to talk to his father. You didn't have that, so that's why you wouldn't do that. But
Well, no, I got
He
this advice
has
from my
it.
mother actually.
And I said, I love
But-
his advice. I understand yours. I'm gonna explain my joint, right? I'm gonna just make a quick point. My son ain't gotta tell me talk to y'all because that's what most kids don't do. They don't say I talk to somebody else for advice. They just come in, hey, I just need another opinion type shit. So, when my son comes to me and asks me the same situation, like I said, I love what you said. I understand what Sam Pooh said.
Right.
And my shit is kind of a mix of both, right? Because my life was, I started all long-term relationships. Bro, I haven't been single technically ever. You know what I'm saying?
Which is wild because I've mostly been single. Like
I've technically never been single.
my
Like,
longest.
if I get a relationship, a female will be like, I have females like, shit, I'm trying to talk to you next type shit. I'm like, you just on my shit.
My longest actual relationship, like on record, was 10 months. That was my longest. It was 10 months. Like I realized, like, so my mother's birthday.
Your longest is what?
My longest 10 months.
Ah,
So my mother's birthday, she does a big thing, like a big celebration for her birthday every year. And for a few years, the running joke was, what girl am I going to bring up with me next? Because we always do the celebration in New York or New Jersey. But the running joke was, all right, which girl is he going to bring next? Because there was always a different girl every year for at least a good 6 years.
See me, like I said, my advice to my kid would be, because I was a long-term guy, but also I wasn't the best man when I was young. I would say that. So I've been in relationships my whole life, but I wasn't the most faithful. I can admit to that now. You know? So I said I probably told every girl they was my girlfriend. You know, but hey, I had one or two main girlfriends. Type shit.
You had her in the chamber, but you also had some
I had some
in
fun.
the clip waiting.
She's the one, yeah, she's definitely one in the head. The one in the head. Like, if this
Right.
the bullet that's gonna kill, she gonna kill. The rest of them just, get the fuck up off me.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. To me, my advice would tell my son would be like, hey, you young. You know what I mean? But if you feel that way, you know, like you said, ask. But again, back to what Shampoo said, yo. So if you thoroughly think that way or see some shit, because niggas ain't stupid, you see shit, 18, you understand shit. And
Right.
this world's moving a lot faster. That shit
Than
kind of
our world
than
did.
our world, but that's the same shit
We
other
could-
people say about us when we was coming
Well,
up.
I say we compete game. It's all good. You know what I say? And that's the reason I say, look, if you don't
You ain't
feel
so
that same way,
dumbfounded to shit. You open to everything. You already exposed to everything, so you can
Exactly.
see the signs of it. Like,
exactly. So
or
I'm like,
that shit
yo,
can fuck
if
you up
if
because
you don't feel the same
start
way, let me
thinking
know.
you see signs too at the same time.
That's why I'm always saying, like, if you don't feel the same way, let me know. Like, I'm not about to. I don't want to put all of my energy into courting you.
Yeah.
Or all of my energy into like making sure like I want to make sure shit is perfect for me and you
So-
when you not thinking about it, me and you.
So, the next one, it says, these men be damaged too. They don't know when someone really loves them. So, this one was split straight down the middle. It would say, can you tell when someone really loves you? Yes or no? 50% both ways.
I'll start this one off.
You gonna start this one?
I'll start off. I started one off all night.
I was gonna start this. Wait.
I'll start off.
All right.
I'll start off. Cause I feel like this. I want to get my.
I'll go
shit-
last.
I want to get off my chest.
I'll go last.
Get it off your chest, my nigga.
I'm gonna get off my chest today, alright? Run it back one more time. 'Cause I want people to emphasize. I want to hear emphasize.
So it says, these men are damaged too.
Yeah.
They don't know when someone really loves them. Can you tell when someone loves you?
Alright.
For real.
Me.
Yes.
Swear. You know what I mean? Mama love, grandmama love, auntie love, from all these women love. They good loves. But ain't nothing like having a woman that's your woman love you for you.
So, but you know when that is though, right?
No,
Like,
I did not. It changed. It changed, but I still don't realize it. I would say that. I don't see it until I'm like, damn, I never had this done before. You know, certain things like that wise. Like, before, I had a woman who loved me and shit, but she did what she did to say that she loved me. It wasn't that I wanted it as a thing for love. So she'll do things like, you know, I guess I don't want to say the basics because I guess every nigga don't get certain shit, but like the shit to me was basic as wash my clothes, feed me. And at first it was fucking me, then it became occasionally, then became not enough.
Sporadically.
Then it just became washing my clothes and feeding a nigga and hey, I want you to give me your time now after that didn't work. You know what I mean? Type shit. So it's like, damn, you know, like, you doing, but I'm not asking for this because I said I can wash my clothes. I can make myself something to eat.
See, I think I see
you know,
where you're going.
I can do these humanly things.
So I'm gonna go say because my answer not as wrong.
So it's like, you know, like you want credit for shit I feel like a female should do as you have your ideas of what a man.
That's a controversial statement right
What?
there.
I see. Not even just that.
Well, that's my aspect.
Yeah,
Of
let's
like,
say it's your aspect.
Yeah, but
it could be controversial, but it's still your
I mean,
aspect.
I'm going back to what my woman who raised me has told me a woman should do type shit, or hey, she should do this at least, or you can split it now these
No,
days.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh no,
Talk
no,
your
I'm just
shit,
breaking.
my
I'm just
brother.
breaking it down. I'm just breaking it down
Talk
because it
your
was
shit.
controversial. I just want to let people know. I understand people like that's not all she's supposed to do. That's not her thing in life. No, I'm saying my woman, because the same way women say they want a bread-winning nigga or high-value man or a nigga who just they could sit up on and just not do shit at work.
All right, pause real quick. Did you see the Anthony Mackie interview with Wendy Williams? So I'm not even a fan of Wendy Williams. Anthony Mackie has said, like, she has said, Wendy Williams has said, if your husband is hungry, he said, you make daddy a sandwich. And then Wendy Williams, and all the women in the audience got up in arms, like, oh, what the fuck, why you say this, blah, blah, blah. And then he broke it down like, wait. If I say, you got to pay half the bills in this house, what would you say? Oh, fuck it, we did not want to be together then. If I take you on a date and I say, we about to go Dutch,
Yeah, your woman.
you about to say, yeah. You about to say, oh fuck no, we not. What the fuck are you doing? We're not doing that. If we about to go out on this date and I don't open your car door, what you gonna say? Open the door.
That's their preference. That's some bullshit ass preference.
No, right, wait. Say, if a nigga start talking greasy to you, nigga start talking sideways to the bitch, what are you supposed to say? She's like, I want you to punch him in his face and you don't want to smack his mouth off, right? Of course. So if you expect all these things from me, if I'm hungry, you make daddy a sandwich.
I'm hungry. I expect that. I'm hungry.
But you see, my problem with that is
your problem? Yeah. Oh fuck no.
Look, my problem with that, right? Look, and it's just based off just that sentence right there. What he said, make daddy a sandwich.
I ain't saying that.
I don't want to feel like this bitch is my child.
No.
Nah,
See,
because
I understand where you coming from.
I get the sense that daddy is being used, but it's all about control.
No.
Some people gonna scream daddy when they getting fucked. I know they ain't screaming daddy
because I'm in the life.
Different.
Wait for it. Because I'm in the life, I understand what that term means. When a girl calls a girl calls a dude daddy, it's about
power.
It's not about her
thing,
having a father issue or having a man.
Thing.
No,
you in control.
It's something about you
taking care of me.
Master of this domain. You are the one taking care of these things. I don't have to. When you were a kid,
be a better term these days.
Yeah, of course. Like when you were a kid, your mother and father in most people's situations, some people's situations.
And some niggas like my old lady. That's my mama. That's my mammy.
Right. They take care of these things. You don't have to worry about this. So you look to them as the authoritative figures. You look to them as these absolute pillars of structure.
Okay, that's like men saying the same thing. Cause like, all right, she call you daddy. You call her baby. Hey baby, come here, baby. Come here, baby. You call your girl
And
by her
it's not to
fucking
say
name?
that you look at her
I
as
cannot
less
call
than.
my girl by her name.
And it's not that you look at her as less than.
Can't-
It's more that
Weird.
you.
I would
like,
not when my girl call my name. My name weird too, nigga.
That's because I don't got regular names.
I know.
Fuck all of that.
Don't call me by my first name, bitch. I'm mad. You mad at me then? What? What you
but
mean?
No, there's the thing of like, it's a they look at you as a pillar of structure, and when you call them baby girl, whatever,
You
not
babying them.
it's not you looking at them as less than you
No.
or nothing like that. No, it's
I
you
just
looking.
want to take care of you, my baby.
It's,
Niggas don't
I
get in trouble.
want to take care of you.
Definitely, that's the
So I mean, that was just my
Baby.
2 cents on it.
Go ahead, Shabu.
Go on ahead, my fault.
What?
Nah, he's on the head. I like that shit. It's the
What?
term wise.
This my go?
Yeah, your go.
Well, I
the
said,
fuck was the
you were still talking. I just had to
No, what was
interrupt.
the
for-
question?
No. The question was,
Because you were interjecting on my,
Are you
first, that
basically-
one sentence
are you-
of saying make daddy your sandwich, and you want to say
are you basically broken? It's basically, are you broken from a woman not loving you?
Oh, can you tell when a motherfucker love you?
It's basically not broken.
yeah,
You're broken.
It's can you
You broken.
I say how can you tell?
Can't tell
if
love
a
no
woman
more.
love
You
you?
broke. You broken inside a
Some
little
people
bit.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't. You just a little bit broken inside. You don't. You sometimes you like
Right.
everything's a false shit because you've been tricked before. So it's like
But
everything
nah,
can be
I
trickery.
feel like, alright, so maybe, but I feel like the thing, my reason being, I feel like it's somewhat kind of, I don't really know if you were saying that, but that's kind of what I took from it. It's like, motherfucker could love me, but the reason why I can't tell is because it's not the reason, like, it's not the way I want to be loved.
Love, right?
Like, that's the thing. Like,
That's your aspect of you showing it.
Like, if I tell you, this what I want, but you love me, but you doing this, but that's the opposite of what I asked for, I'ma just assume you don't love me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong because I can't speak for how
But they
you
love
feel.
you their way.
Yeah, but
Or they
That-
show
that-
their love that
so
way.
I feel like that's where I kind
may
of
not.
misinterpreted like a lot of shit. I look back. You know what I'm saying? You might look back and think, oh, Charlie was on that because she loved me. It just wasn't in the way that I was looking for.
Then I could go back to like now, like my shit, defending my shit. It would be like now, even when I do get shit, you know, my girl, you know, came through, did some shit for me just now and shit. It's love, you know what I mean? But I don't even know how to express it back besides the regular shit. I'm excited. I appreciate it. I love you. I'm glad you did all that. I do. You know what I mean? But sometimes a nigga been broken so much, he don't even understand how much he's appreciated by somebody else other than he was treated before. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I guess you can go back and look to it, like say how he grew up with his mother and father, but he don't necessarily want that for himself.
So, right.
Me, I did not grow up with like nobody, relationship in the household, none of that. But at the same time, it's not like I'm fiending for the opposite. I don't want no, like, my dream was never to have like no family, to have kids and a family and make sure I'm like, now I got a kid. That's not my dream.
My dream was nothing either until I had one. I was like, sperm work. Fuck.
But I'm saying, I like you, like, that's not, you not with your kid's mother, so that's not true. Like,
No, but that was my shit in the beginning. Those family values.
yeah, in the beginning, but at the same time, you got to look at, people don't look at the picture in the whole frame. In the sense, if you don't get along with the parents, then in the long run, you being there ain't what's best for the kid or you. Because the longer you stay around, it's going to be more
Toxic.
resentment. More resentment, harder to get over the issues that y'all are going through if y'all don't work.
Yeah, I don't see how people do 18 years and not get along.
But I don't feel like they.
But I do.
They
wanna
don't.
know
They
pro-
must can't.
I do
They,
in the middle
I don't
prospect.
think they.
I do.
I don't think they not get along the whole 18 years.
No, it just be trial
It
tribulation.
gotta be good years, but then you like with the thing where like that, it be bad years. Like you don't even go through like bad days a month. It be bad years. So
But if it ever get to bad years for me, bro, I've been there, but not all the way there. But I've been close, like what the fuck, like 6
If
months,
it's
7 months.
bad years,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Fuck that. This is
it's
over.
Yeah, this.
So no, that was the question I was gonna ask because like we just seen a report after somebody broke up under 17 years. If you dated for someone for 17 years and y'all broke up, would you feel like you wasted your time?
Now, me, it depends how we broke up. If it was a what they call an amicable split, you know, a couple
An
of
amicable
B's,
split.
you know, then cool. Cause I understand, like, hey, we tried 17 years. We literally.
But what happens after 17 years
no,
that
but we
you
live
just give up both
Fuck
at
it,
the same time?
we both look at each other like,
Because
hey,
at that point, within those 17
we know
years,
it's not
there had
there.
to be a lot of things a lot of separate issues that happened.
yeah, you
Because the
understand. I
thing is,
feel like you should understand each other by then.
Yeah, but like big issues.
Y'all best friends by
aren't
then, like
just-
fuck it.
Yeah, aren't big issues in long-term relationships aren't just big issues from the start. Big issues stem from an accumulation of little issues throughout the
Well,
the
it's funny that
duration.
you say that because as hearing from both of you earlier, say people who when they go through shit they suppress it. Like we both drive, and I always equate this shit, and I feel like it's a good one. You both drive, right? Your check engine light comes on. What do? You ignore it, and you might for a while.
For a while.
But if you continue it,
But it's always my top priority to get that bitch
I'm about to
fixed.
say,
If you-
I'm
but
I'm a car guy.
but if
I go get that shit checked
But
out.
if you always ignore it, what will
Let
happen?
me get a hint.
I'm about to say, if you always ignore it, it becomes a bigger issue.
So why don't you treat your relationships in life the same?
But
fucking
I
way?
won't say that either because you
I'm
got.
asking you
No,
that. Why
no,
don't you?
because the thing is, you know what?
'Cause you think you can get by until it dies.
No, you just proved your own point.
Yeah, he kind of did.
You just proved your own point because that check engine light comes on when there's a smaller issue. It's like, hey, there's something not firing off right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and this
I'm saying
and
y'all
you keep
ignore
on-
the shit.
No, you keep on ignoring it, and then it goes, hey, this is a bigger issue, bigger issue, bigger
Then
issue.
bam, then you
Fuck
don't got no
this
car
engine
no
die.
more.
No, but even
Then
that,
you don't got no car no more.
No.
Instead of dealing with it when it was a little
I'm gonna do the
issue.
same shit you doing. The same like say your
When
car
you
guy.
if you'd dealt with it as a little issue,
but it's a car-
and when it became boom, I don't have a car anymore.
No, but it's a car guy.
That's
right?
my point.
No, I'm gonna go back to the car analogy, right?
That's my point.
No, car analogy is this.
I
right?
proved my
No,
point.
I'm gonna go back to car analogy, right?
Go ahead.
Even if you go get the check engine light fixed, and even if you go solve the problem, maybe you waited a little bit too long that another problem
Because
causes
there's
the
always
check
another
engine
issue
light
there.
that comes on.
There has to be some
So
underlying
maybe you
issue.
waited just a little bit too long. And there's another issue you trying to prolong.
All right.
You just keep building on the issues and fixing minor shit when you should have just got it done from the beginning.
Well, I say
so you
you-
build up. Say your spark plugs went out and then your cylinders go out. But you got your spark plug fixed, but then your fucking cylinders go out.
You
Your
went in
cylinders
for
go
a
out,
checkup
then your
instead of a full
channel-
point inspection.
Then it builds on and shit. So you might got it fixed, but it already done fucked up something else.
Yeah,
And the
so,
shit.
Like I said, you went.
So
you went
arguments could be arguments. Y'all having great sex, and then you have an argument.
It's not even just argument. Say it's something they did that irritated the shit out
No,
of
I'm
me.
gonna explain it.
Because
check
I dealt with this shit.
I think we all there.
Y'all are the people who suppress it. I said I'm the opposite.
No.
So
I don't
that's-
suppress. I don't suppress these issues. These small issues, they don't get suppressed. These small issues,
they get
you can try to.
addressed.
You can. They
I
get
can find out
addressed,
what it is,
but
it's not that big of a problem
but
to
it's
end this
never
shit.
a thing of like
Nothing.
I'm
No,
not
like,
going to
it's-
fucking end
I don't
this
think
shit
it's
over
gonna
this.
fill on her part. Put like that.
Look, 'cause
Oh,
the thing
you don't put you don't fucking flush the toilet when you fucking.
Alright, so
do
no,
this.
this is
it's
my-
not going to be a super big ass
Big
issue.
issue.
Right, it's not. But the thing is, if I tell you about it and you still never do it, at some point, I'm fucking tired of telling you that, and it's not just a little issue anymore.
No, it's not even that. To me, what I was saying was, even if you was even to toilet seat shit, you was to put the toilet seat down, maybe she's like, fuck, you put the toilet seat down. Now it could be like it's another issue. You know what I'm saying? That issue was already a little spark, right? And now,
That issue is
now
never going to
everything
leave.
is a squirt of
It's
kerosene.
gonna be
we use
resolved,
that
but it's never
if
going
he
to
was
leave.
ignoring the issue, because if she say,
No,
put
no.
the toilet seat down, and he put
Oh,
it
he
down
did it?
after that, it wouldn't
Okay.
have been a thing. But if she got to tell him a
A
couple
long
of more
run.
times,
Oh yeah.
then that's when it becomes a problem. If he'd have did it after the first time, if somebody fixed something after the first time, you tell him, you ain't gonna have a problem.
No, I
with
said
that.
the first time, like, but you finally get it
But like,
right.
hey, when you do that, blah blah blah, and they don't never do it again, it's not gonna be a problem. But if you gotta keep telling them a couple more times, like, all right,
But
bro.
then
if
you
it's
might be
some-
agitated.
But think about it.
Or you
Think-
may not
no.
even say nothing, but you
No,
told
but
them
think-
once,
but think
and
about
they
it, though.
still keep doing it.
But think about it.
Regardless
if
if you
it's
say
something
something.
minor, if it's something minor, are you really about to bring it up the very first time it happens?
Not really.
You're just going to be like,
That
all right, fuck
that
it. It is
that
what it is.
also fits it. All right, so you're not gonna bring it up the very first time it happens, but when you do bring it up, It's to the point where it annoys you.
It's enough
So-
for you.
Exactly, but it
Right.
annoys you. At that
Right.
point,
And
it's
then-
already
and-
made an imprint on you.
And then imagine, all right, so they do it again a couple more times. You're not gonna bring it up a couple more times that they're doing it, but you
time.
already reached the point where it annoyed you. So if it keep happening again and again and again, now it's just like, all right, I done already fucking told you once, and then you kept doing it. You kept doing the shit.
Nah,
No, see, my thing is,
I feel what you're
once you
saying.
bring something
I feel
to-
what you're saying.
once something comes to-
I'm on 600 too, though.
when something comes to
Relationships look different.
when something comes to a point where
I
You
use it
can't-
better.
you-
It was
have
just-
to-
it did not good.
No, I'll use it better.
listen,
Nah, that-
no, once something comes to a point where you can no longer ignore it, like you have to say something about it, and then it keeps on becoming a problem, that's something on them. That's something on the other person that's like, no, you just refuse to change this, even though I've said that this is a problem. Even though, yes, this may be what you're accustomed to, then yes, of course it's not going to be a thing of, I say this once and you're going to change it. Like,
Yeah, but now what I'm
this is
saying,
what
at
you're
that point,
accustomed to.
now
This is what
it's
you're
broken.
used to.
Now it is at that point that it's broken. It becomes equivalent to the car. All right, now I can't do this in my car no more because this shit's fucked up.
Can't go 50 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
now
and
this
shit
shit fucked up. I can't go but so fast because I can't step on them brakes but so hard.
Yeah.
But as the other person in that scenario, are they just blatantly ignoring your request for you to change, or is it just kind of a
No,
thing
but
like you
maybe-
can't change
no, but-
overnight?
Maybe or that
I'ma
could
go
just
back
be
to the-
who
the
they
original-
are. Overnight is different for everybody.
I'm gonna go back, right? Because the time right now say 17, right? So the shit was 17 years. I feel like 17 years, it's like life support. It's like, hey, this nigga been in the coma for 10 years, right? We hoping he come out. But the next 7, you like, hey, we should have pulled the plug. This nigga ain't about to make it 7. We already invested money, all this money on life support. We gotta pay all this shit in life support. We should have been kind of pulled the plug on this shit to save us this money. This nigga ain't about to recover. You feel what I'm saying? It's a life support. Like, we on it. We just hoping. We hoping it change. We hope we come through. It's just literally on life support
See,
for
the thing
17
about-
years.
the
17
thing-
years is a long time,
But
bro.
the thing I relate to earlier is I said earlier, like when we was talking about our father, I said I don't have the option to have a relationship with my father. You do, regardless of if you ever do, regardless of how much time has passed. You're about to be 30. It don't matter. Like some people reconnect with their parents. Like I know people who they were given up as kids. You know what I'm saying? Adopted. And they reconnect with that parent after 30, 40 years. So what I'm saying? Time doesn't mean you can't reconciliate the shit
Right.
realistically. If it's possible to reconciliate, time really shouldn't, like, it's not the end all be all. Oh, it's been this long.
It's long, so yeah.
It's the end
I was
of
about to go
the
into
road.
another point, but that's way more time than we have right now. That's what it's because it was going to relate to, like, in relation to the relativity of time, and I was going to break it down where it would make sense. But that's going to take a longer time, so we're going to keep on going. It's something we're going to revisit
All right,
in a later
You'll
episode.
see it for notes. So. All right, so we gonna end this one today on this outro.
Yeah. This is episode 38.
37. 37.
39.
All
right, so niggas got
37, 38, 39. I'm going to say 38 because I edited the episode, so I'm going to say 38.
I put 37, but all right. Thank
the
y'all for
last
tuning in.
I
Thank
thought the
y'all.
last one was 38.
The last one posted to YouTube was 36.
All right.
But
We did 37 last week. I didn't edit it there. It was 38.
All right, episode 38, y'all.
So then 39 will be.
Episode 38.
I posted his shit.
38. Okay, so episode 38.
All right, that was 37 and a half. This is episode 38. You know what I mean?
36 and 3/4
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is Mental Men Mondays.
Mental Men's
Thank you.
Mondays. We are your hosts. I'm Big Suge Midnight,
And then my boy Slider Guy.
Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo.
and we love y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Catch you next time.